If I had to start my art business from zero in 2026, I wouldn't touch Instagram or TikTok for the first 90 days. And I know that sounds backwards because everyone you see is telling you to post content, build an audience, and grow your following. But I'm going to explain exactly why that advice is keeping you stuck and what I'd actually do instead. Because I'm sure if you're an artist right now, you already feel the pain of content creation. It's not as easy as people make it seem. Like, if you're posting content every single day, you're not getting any views, not getting any followers, like, what is the point? And if you have like a Shopify store or a Wix store, you're paying for these subscription costs with no customers. So it's also very expensive. And people underestimate what it's like to just start a website because, yes, it's easy to start a website. You can build the website in a day and it's $1 to start out. But then you realize after 14 days, you're going to start getting hit by these $30 transactions every month. And that's just the base subscription cost. If you want your website to function how you want, now you need the plugins and the add-ons, and all of those costs add up as well. So you end up getting drained by all these subscription costs before you even make any sales. And now you're pressured to drive the traffic, so you're spamming content every single day. And this is a huge trap that you fall in because you're actually playing a very hard game. And there's actually a different path that most artists don't even consider. Because when you have your own website, the only way to really drive traffic to that website to make sales is to either post organic content or run ads. And I'm sure most artists are not running ads to their website. Ads are extremely inconsistent, and it's almost a full-time job for you to constantly come up with new creatives, test different angles, test different funnels. And I don't think most artists are doing that. So that basically only leaves one route, which is the organic route, where you're posting on TikTok and Instagram trying to drive traffic to your shop, and you're competing against everyone, every artist, every content creator, everyone who's trying to go viral. And the algorithm is obviously not serving your content to buyers, it's just serving it to anyone who engages with their content, which is mainly other artists. And people get stuck in this grind for months or even years, and they have nothing to show for it except for the Shopify bills coming in every month. It's because you're treating this like a lottery and hoping that you'll eventually win. So instead of fighting for attention, you want to go where the buyers already are. And this is how I started as well. I didn't just start a Shopify store and start driving traffic to it. In fact, I only started my Shopify store after I had validated products. And the way I got validated products was through Etsy. And I know artists are hesitant to start on Etsy. You're competing against AI, there's listing fees, there's processing fees, and you're afraid that you're going to get buried. But the thing about Etsy is that they have active buyers searching with their credit cards out. They're not just scrolling for entertainment, but they're actually looking to buy. So when you present someone with your offer, you're not interrupting their scroll like you are on social media. Like when you just post a low effort piece of content on TikTok of your drawing process or of you talking about your art, it's kind of like an ad in someone's face. And most of the times they're just going to scroll because they're here to be entertained. But on Etsy, they're actively in the mindset of shopping. So the game is now you presenting an offer that's actually valuable enough to a buyer. And I think that this game is actually much more worthwhile for your time. And the reason for that is because you're testing different products. You actually get to test your ideas and see if they stick. For example, you can test 20 different ideas and 19 of them are not going to get a single sale. But that one product that gets a few favorites, you know that that idea has some validation and you can create iterations and double down on it until it sells. And if you're doing it strategically, every listing puts you closer to making that first sale. You can actually offset the fees by just raising your prices slightly.